Have you ever shared something with someone and immediately regretted it? Like after you just shared, your heart sunk. And right there and then, you knew you'd never know peace again. Some truths aren't sacred, but some are a trap the moment you open your mouth because you've simply handed over your power. Today, I'll be exposing the 7 things that are silently draining your money and your peace just because you keep telling the wrong people. If you enjoy this kind of content, consider supporting the channel via Buy Me Coffee and grab any of my tools linked below. Stay with me. Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Miss Mwithaki and I talk about money, power, and things like protecting your energy, especially as an individual navigating in this chaotic world. Let's get into the 7 things that you need to stop telling people so that you're able to keep your peace, preserve your money, and you're able to protect your future. The number 1 thing that you need to keep private is how much you earn. Let me say this bluntly. Most people out there don't process your salary. They calculate their entitlement. So you go out and tell them you earn something like 300,000 Kenya shillings a month. That's roughly $2,300. Then they suddenly think you should be paying for lunch, for dinner, or for that outing that you guys went. Okay? Worst case scenario, some get jealous of you. You'll also find some of them using your money in their fantasies. So what starts as an innocent confession becomes ammunition for them to manipulate you. You know? You're the one with the money now. Keep in mind, money invites expectations. So do well to protect yourself and keep your income to yourself. And this is because people can't weaponize what they don't know. So, but you want to know what's more dangerous than revealing your income? It's revealing this next thing I'm about to mention. Your big plans. That's number 2. You ever tell someone about your next big move, then suddenly it doesn't happen? It's not always spiritual. Sometimes it's just psychological. You talk to someone about something new, a relationship, some money you're supposed to receive, a deal that's about to go through, and then all of a sudden it just disappears. You know, when you speak prematurely, you get dopamine from talking instead of doing. And if you tell it to the wrong person, they'll plant just enough doubt to delay or derail you from your dream. Okay? So, my dear, your plans are not podcasts. For you to, now it's your opportunity to have the mic and announce it to everyone. No. Keep them quiet. Let results be your volume. Okay? The other thing that you need to keep to yourself is your relationship issues. So you're out here thinking you're venting. But what you don't know is they're busy collecting screenshots in their head. Today, you complain about your partner. Tomorrow, you forgive them. But you see, your friend never forgets. Now, whenever you're out there and your person arrives or joins you, they're looking at him sideways or at her sideways. Judging your standards. And suddenly, they insert themselves where they don't belong. But who gave them the power, the ammunition? You did. You need to know this. Oversharing creates cracks in your inner world. So if you really need to talk to someone about anything personal, related, especially about money, relationships, talk to a therapist or journal this stuff. Okay? But you need to stop feeding strangers or outsiders the script to your love life. It's not just about peace. It's about protecting the sacred from public opinion. Okay? The fourth thing that you need to keep to yourself is your financial struggles. This one hurts because when you're drowning, I don't know what happens to us, but we just feel like we need someone to see it. But what you don't realize is not everyone deserves access, especially to your low moments. And this is because some will pretend to care. They'll pretend to help just to feel superior. I'm sure you've met those kinds of people. Others will come closer to you so that they can have something to gossip about later. She'll be out there saying, oh, she lives in Kileleshwa, but she's so broke. And some, they will use your vulnerability to bargain you down, whether it's in business, opportunity, or respect. And my dear, you don't want that. So, try your best and speak when you've healed. Okay? When you're over it. Not while you're bleeding. Keep your money story sacred. Be careful who you choose or who holds it. Okay? Another thing that you need to keep sacred or secret is who you're dating or sleeping with. We are adults here. Okay? Let's be real. You think people care about your situationships? They don't. They either want it, want to destroy it, or eventually use that info against you. Most especially in professional circles. In this instance, discretion is wealth. Because here's the problem. When they can attach names to your body, they reduce you to that. And it will take a lot to come back from that. So protect your dignity. Not everything is for broadcasting. Not everything is for TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. You know, even us, sometimes we don't want to know. Like, we don't really care. So do yourself justice and keep it to yourself. Okay? Some things are just meant to be private. But do you know that there's something that is even way more expensive than your body? And that is your mind. Which brings me to number 6. The other thing that you need to protect is your next investment move. You're planning to buy land, or you're planning to buy a house, or you're planning to start a business. Don't say a word until the ink is dry. Because if it's a good idea, someone else will copy it without context and ruin the market for you. If it's a risky move, someone will try to talk you out of it, of course, from their own fear. Some will sabotage your plans out of envy. So, my dear, your investment strategy is a war plan. Unless you're willing to lose, then share it. But my advice to you, don't leak it to civilians. Okay? And lastly, number 7, your childhood wounds. We all have childhood wounds. Okay, the most of us. I can speak for everyone. This one is deep. I've fallen victim to this, okay? You know, when I never knew better. So you find any listening ear and you're there spitting everything. You know, the things that broke you back then when you were 8 years, 10 years, 12 years old. Not knowing when you tell the wrong person, they don't hold it, they judge it. Or you've never talked to someone like this, and you can feel them judging you. And right there and then you just start regretting. Why did I even talk to this person? Why did I even open up? They will be so busy mislabeling your triggers, using them to invalidate your feelings or your reactions. Some will say, maybe you're overreacting. Others will say, maybe it's your trauma speaking. Now, because you've spoken to the wrong person, you're there doubting yourself. And before you spoke to this person, you were okay. Your pain becomes an excuse for them to dismiss your truth. Just because you gave them that power. Take your power back. Okay? Some parts of you are sacred. And they should remain just that. Share only when there's safety. Not just ears. Because ears are all over. Okay? Let me be honest with you. Let me tell you the truth. I used to think transparency equals trust. But you see, oversharing, that's not intimacy. It's leakage. You are leaking information. Okay? When I used to do that, it cost me friendships, it cost me my peace, and most of all, it cost me money. I'm speaking out of experience. And this is because I once shared how much I was earning with a friend, a trusted friend, only for them to use that information to exploit me in a deal. You see? It pained me so much, but it was my fault. Another time, I remember I once confided about a relationship I was in, an issue I had in that relationship. And that same person tried to slide into the same man's DMs behind my back, thinking I wouldn't know. So you see, every lesson paid in blood. I learned the hard way, but point is, I learned my lesson. I stopped oversharing. Not because I'm a closed person, no, but because I'm finally clear on what peace costs. So my dear, the next time you feel the urge to just tell someone, just pause. Ask yourself, will this protect my future or sabotage it? Will this preserve my peace or actually give someone power over me? Because, as I said earlier, not everything sacred needs to be said. Sometimes the most powerful move is silence. And sometimes privacy is your loudest flex. I'm Miss Wangui Metathi, your personal finance and investment coach, and I'll see you in my next video.